Hello, my fellow dreamers and believers. My name is Devontae, and welcome back to Pheonix Wright, Ace Attorney. So, we just got done finding evidence of what's going on. There's a lot of suspicions what's actually happening, and this is, to be honest, this is immediately after the first episode, the second episode that's just done. So hopefully we should get started on the trial. Can't speak today. It's like late 10 as of right now, and disregarding what's happening behind me. So we should get started now. So, the trial has now started. Let's see. I'm excited about this trial. The court is now in session for the trial of Miss Maya Fey. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Miles Edgeworth. I better not show any signs of weakness today, or he'll be on me in an instant. Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement. Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, was at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence she committed this murder, and we have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honor. I see. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin then. If we may call our first witness, Your Honor. The prosecution calls the chief officer of the scene, Detective Gumshoe. Alright, Gumshoe. Witness, please state your name and profession to the court. Sir, my name is Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder. Very well, sir. Let me use this floor map of the office to explain. The body was found by this window here. And then the cause of death? Loss of blood due to being struck by a blunt object, sir. The murder weapon was a statue of the thinker found next to her body, sir. It was very heavy enough to be a deadly weapon, even in a girl's hand, sir. The court accepts the statue as evidence. They're still calling it a statue. The floor plans added to the court records. Now, detective. Yes, sir? You immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey, who was found at the scene, correct? Can you tell me why? Yes, sir. I had hard evidence she did it, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please testify to the court about this hard evidence. Okay, fuck me, damn. Okay, let's got this. Okay, immediately into the testimony. So let's see. What can I... Okay. Let's see if I can get this right. Let's go. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were two people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Pheonix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Why? We had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder. The very moment, you say? Very well. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examine what? I couldn't see a single contradiction in the testimony. Whoosh. Hey, might just do something at me. What's this? When my sister couldn't find any contradictions in the witness testimony, she would bluff it and press the witness in every detail. The witness always slips up and says something wrong. It works a lot of times. I should have expected Mia would know something of her sister's tricks. Alright, let's give this a try. Something the matter? No, Your Honor. I'd like to begin my cross-examination. Okay then, so let's see. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. Let's press him on that one. Who did you say you got a call from? Hey pal, don't play dumb, you know who. The call was from a customer of the Gateway Hotel right across from the crime scene. Okay, I pressed. Not sure it did much though. Right, please continue. There was two people there already. The defendant, Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Pheonix Wright. Are you absolutely sure it was us? Listen, pal, your dumb act won't only get you so far. With her funky hipping outfits and your spiky hair. You two stand up like a suspicious people at a crime scene. Well, he does have a point about her. She is pretty unmistakable. I should pick up my points to press a little more careful. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Why? We had a witness describing her. The witness saw Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder. Hold on just 1 second. Yeah? If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you have hard evidence, didn't she? She did, correct? Huh? Did I say that? Me? I heard you say it. You did say it. You said it. Exactly what about that suspicious woman in pink claim was hard evidence? What? Miss May isn't suspicious, and she sure isn't pink, pal. Oh, she is pink. Well, I guess she is pink. That's enough, Detective Gumshoe. Do you have any more solid proof other than her claims, Detective? I guess Preston can't have his advantages. Yes! Sorry, I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor, sir. There is something I should have told you about first, Your Honor. Very well, Detective. Let's hear your testimony again. Okay, then. Fucking hell. Okay. Alright, so... That's... Okay. Let's see. My thoughts... Okay. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written in a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab test results showed the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. That's not hard evidence. How would you like that? That's my hard evidence. Before we begin cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective. Your Honor? Why didn't you testify about this vital piece of evidence the first time? You know, I know. I'm really embarrassed that I forgot about it, Your Honor. Try to be more careful. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. Okay. So my thing is the blood, the note. How did he know about the note? After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written in the piece of paper next to the victim's body. Just because you found it next to the body doesn't mean the victim wrote it. Oh ho! Then who did write it, smarty pants? Who? The killer. The killer. Anyone can see that. Oh, you're saying the killer wrote her own name, buddy? Please. She was framed. Ah, shit. Hold on. If that's the case, where's your evidence? Ha! I guess that was a bit of a tall order for you. Those without evidence shouldn't open their mouths, Mr. Wright. Yeah, pal. Well, Detective, tell us what was written on that memo you found. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab test results show the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. Okay. Is there something I can present to the thing? My thing is, nothing. There's nothing right now. There was blood on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. How do you know? Detective Gumshoe, do you get a lot of cases where the victim actually writes the killer's name? Sure, it happens all the time in books and the movies. This isn't a movie, Detective. Ugh. Let's talk about reality, shall we? I guess I hadn't heard any of many cases, no. Don't you find it a little odd that the victim would write down a name? Especially the name of her own sister? Yes, actually. You got a point, pal. Stop right there. Fucking Edgeworth. The witness' opinion matters irrelevant. The facts are clear. The victim wrote down the name of the accused. The victim told us the name of her killer. That's impossible. No! I got it. That didn't go so well. That's right. What he said. That's this whole testimony. Okay, there has to be a contradiction there. Someone, let's find it. I know exactly. I know exactly. I know exactly. I know exactly. I know it exactly. That one. There it is. There's a contradiction because the autopsy report. The autopsy report was the death. Yes, I got it. Okay, Detective Gumshoe. There's one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You said that the victim, Mia Fey, wrote this note. That she was accused the defendant, Mia Fey. That's really what you're saying? What? This isn't one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? Of course she wrote it. Who else could have? You have it backwards, detective. Backwards? The victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written it. This is a report from your department, detective. Immediately death due to the blow from a blunt object. She died immediately. But no butt-ing your way out of this one, detective. Got it, bitch. Got you. Order! Order! The defense has a point. Someone who died immediately wouldn't have time to write anything down. What the fuck? Okay, Mr. Wright. I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain the autopsy report? When? It was the day after the murder. It was the day after the murder. The prosecution points being that autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor. What? The second autopsy was performed yesterday at my request. Death was almost immediate due to a blow from a blunt object, but there is a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received these results this morning. No way! Your Honor, it is quite easy to imagine that the victim did have time to write Maya. That is all. I see. Damn you, Edgeworth. I should have known you had something up your sleeve. Oh, fuck you, man. That was like, yes, that doesn't make sense. She didn't have time to write her name because she died instantly. But now it's like, oh, that makes sense if per request. Yeah, actually, why would Mr. Wright? You look surprised. Something you wanted to say? Yeah. Detective Gumshoe, you're a sham. How could you give me a faulty report? Huh? I thought... Detective Gumshoe. I'm disappointed in you, handing him the wrong report like that. I'm sorry, sir. Yeah, that wouldn't make sense. You are at fault, detective. This isn't gonna look good on your evaluation next month. What? But Your Honor, I submit this report to the court. Understood. The court accepts the evidence. Died from a blow by a blunt object. May have lived for a few minutes after being hit. Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identified the killer. I suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes. Darn, this isn't looking good. The prosecution would like to call its next witness. This poor, innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes. Miss May. Let the witness, Miss April May, take the stand. Exactly what part of her is innocent? Okay. Okay. Witness, your name, please. April May, at your service. I question everything that she presents. She is. Order! Introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd. The witness will refrain from wanton winking. Aw, yes, Your Honor. This is not good. She's already captured every man in the courtroom. Tell us, where were you on the night of September 5th when the murder occurred? Gee, I was like in the hotel room, teehee. I checked in right after lunch. And this hotel is directly across from the Fay Co. Law Court office? That's right, big boy. Please testify to the court about what you saw. Okay. Let's see. It was like 9 at night. I looked out the window, you know? And then, ooh, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was this mousy girl sitting at the defense chair. Then the woman like dodged one side and ran away. But that girl caught up to her and she hit her. And then the woman with the long hair, she kind of slumped. The end. That's all I saw. Every little bit witsy wink. Oh god. Okay. Well, Your Honor, I see. It is a remarkable solid testimony. I do not see a need to trouble with the witness any. Wait, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Wright. What about my cross-examination? I thought the witness testimony just now was quite firm. Didn't you? Mr. Wright, understand you were Mrs. Maya Fey's understudy, were you not? You must know her techniques well. Her cowardly ways of finding tiny faulties is perfectly good testimonies. Hey, how dare you? Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine the witness? Yes, I'm doing it. I'll gladly proceed with the cross-examination, if only because I have a feeling Edward doesn't want me to. She has to have some weakness. Very well, you may begin your cross-examination. Okay. Let's just see. It was like 9 at night. I looked out the window, you know. So let's, okay. Let me, before I present, let me check through the evidence. Diable object. The previous one was around, it didn't say the time of death. Let me check. What time? September 5th, 1927. 9:27 a.m. Okay, so the broken glass remains standing clone, broken my recognition. The thinker, enemies. Farmer store receipt and a letter back in the name, and a murder weapons crime scene. Okay. Okay. I got something to testify here. So first, I'm gonna testify about the time. Why did you do that? Huh? Why? Like, why what? Why did you look out the window? Were you expecting to see something? Oh, well, gee. What? That's it? She can't get out of question that easily. I sort of, you know, had a feeling. Well, I have a feeling she's trying to avoid this question. Maybe I should press a little harder on this one. Go for it. Let's see how far I can run with this. Surely, you must have had a reason to look out your window at that time of night. Ooh. Mr. Wright, I will not have you badgering my witness. Badgering? You insist on needling her with these trivial questions. I really don't think it should be allowed. Yeah, stop him! The poor girl. Order! Mr. Wright, you have been warned. Poor girl, what about poor me? You looked out the window, what did you see next? And then, ooh, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defense chair. And then the woman, like, dodged one side and ran away. She dodged? Dodged what? Well, the attack. Please continue the testimony. But that girl, she caught up to her and she hit her. I'll do it one more time. How did you know it was my client? Huh? Well, gee. First of all, she had a girl's physique. And secondly, she was small. Who else could it be but her? She has a point. Hold on a second. That testimony stinks. What? Miss May, I'm willing to bet that you're lying. Are you telling the truth? Did you really see the defendant? Ugh. There you go. Mr. Wright, what's the meaning of this? Yes, what is the meaning? Someone tell me because I'm clueless about this, I mean. Okay. If you had really witnessed my client, Maya Fey, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. Exactly. No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis except her. And I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. However, the witness testimony mentions neither of these things. The testimony is bogus. But still, we don't know if she was dressed that way at night of the murder. She was, Your Honor. I saw her, and so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Miss May? Rawr! What are you trying to say, Mr. Mean Lawyer? I saw what I saw. I just didn't think all the trivial little details were necessary, darling. Miss May, the court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'll be a good girl, I promise. Wink. Ah! Your testimony again, if you would. Damn, almost had her. Fucking hell. Okay, that makes... Yes. Because... Yeah, her outfit. Yes, I'm sorry. I'm like, wait. Okay, like that. They got pressed her. I did see everything. I did. The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran to the right. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. And then she hit her with that weapon. I saw it. I did. That clock. This kind of statuary clock. The thinker, I think. Well, does the categories of my report not startle you, Teehee? There's 3 contradictions I saw. I see. I only wish you had been so detailed from the beginning. Please begin the cross-examination. So I count 3 contradictions there that I need to press on. I did see everything I did. The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran to the right. I will press her with this one. Is that right as in your right as you look from the hotel? Which hand do I hold my knife in again? Right! It was my right hand. Right. Satisfied, Mr. Wright? Please continue. Okay. The girl with the hippie clothes ran after her. And she hit her with the weapon. I saw it. I did. That clock, the kind of statue... There it is. A clock? Didn't this come up in another testimony recently? Well, don't look so sour, Mr. Lawyer. You can't win them all. No, but I have a feeling I'm onto something now. That clock. Present the thinker. Miss May, what did you say just now was quite revealing. Revealing? Oh, you like that, wouldn't you? No, naughty, Mr. Lawyer. Stop it. You just said that this statue of the thinker was a clock, but there's no way to knowing it just by looking at it. Another person in much the same position as you recently called this a clock too, and he was found guilty of murder. Order! Order! Miss May, can you explain how you know this was a clock? Ooh, okay. The witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all that's important here. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns. Yes, of course. You will withdraw your question, Mr. Wright. Objection! Hold on. But the question is all I have, Your Honor. And as you may recall, I caught murderers with these questions before. Well, only once. Objection sustained. You may continue to question the witness. That was close. If they had stopped me there, the trial would have been over. Huh? What? So what happens now? What happens now is you answer my question. How did you know it was a clock? What? That's because I heard it? Yes, I heard it. It said the time. So you've been to the law office of Pheonix Co. No. Hey, I didn't say that. Why would you go there? I heard it from the hotel room. The law office of Pheonix Co, where the murder took place, is very close to the hotel. She continued easily to have heard the clock. Well, Mr. Wright, are you satisfied? No. No, Your Honor. I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because...
Small pee-pee.
She couldn't have heard it.
Small pee-pee.
You were at the hotel. There was no way you could have heard the clock go off in the building next door.
Small pee-pee.
You have proof that she could have not? Amateurs, amateurs. Listen to me, Mr. Wright. In the courtroom, proof is everything. Without it, you have nothing. You are nothing. Then I would like to propose a test to see if she really could have heard. The prosecution denies your request. What? On what grounds? This is a trivial matter with no direct bearing on the case at hand. Indeed, objection sustained. Damn, time to switch directions quick. Ready to proceed, Mr. Wright? No, Your Honor. I can't give up now. It couldn't have run. Your Honor, members of the court. It is inconceivable that the clock in question rang. It's empty. That clock is missing the clockwork. How could you possibly? Just take a look, right now. Oh. See anything interesting, Your Honor? It is as the defense says. This clock is missing this clockwork. It's quite empty. Mr. Wright, would you care to explain to the court the meaning of this? It is as you can see. The clock was empty. It couldn't have run. Therefore, this witness is a big fat liar. Fat? Well, Miss May?
He's triggered.
Tisk, tisk. Huh? Quite a show you put on for us, Mr. Wright. He knew the clock was empty. Somehow, he knew. I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty. As you say, it can't ring. However, we must ask when the clockwork removed. If it was after the witness heard the clock, then there's no contradiction. Oh, that's true. That is a possibility. The clock might have been emptied after she heard it. And that is exactly what happened, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove when the clockwork was removed? Ho ho. Impossible, of course. I have proof. What? Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening. And now I'll show you the proof you liked so much. The evidence that proves where the clockwork was removed is the phone conversation. Take a look at this. That's a very cute cell phone. Oh ho, you have a girly phone. Wait, this isn't my phone. Listen, this is the defendant's cell phone and it contains a recording. A recording of a conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder. Order! Order! The defendant's cell phone? This wasn't brought to my attention. Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it. The good detective better remember she's up for evaluation soon. I gotta say, I'm starting to feel bad for the big fella. Let's hear the conversation. So you just want me to hold on to the thinker for you then? If you could. Ah, I should probably tell you. The clock is not talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take out the clockwork out. Sorry. September 5th, 9:27 a.m. Your Honor, I think this makes it clear the clockwork was already gone by the time it was recorded. Which was well before the witness even arrived at her hotel. Well, Miss May, would you care to explain this to the court? Just how did you know that weapon was a clock? Well, isn't it obvious? I saw that clock before. What store was that again? I go to so many. Oops, I forgot. Wink. So the witness has seen it before. That would make sense. Does the defense have any objections, Mr. Wright? Yes, I do. The witness claims she has seen it before, but this directly contradicts the piece of evidence already submitted to this court. Well then, let's see it. Please proceed to this evidence that will prove the witness has not seen the clock before. It's the thinker. The thinker itself. It's simple. This clock was never in any store, ever. What? A friend of mine made that clock. Only two exist in the world, and the one that isn't here is in police custody. Impossible! Everything is sold in stores. Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse. Oh, excuse is not on sale today? Oh. That bitch mad. Oh god. What's it to you, porcupine head? That stupid clock doesn't matter, okay? She did it, and she should die for it. Die. Okay. Alright, so you already lying. Already got you freaking cut your lie out your ass. Okay then, let's go. I got this. Time to get my back cracked. Ready to go. Let's go. This is gonna be case closed for this one. Let's go. Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is a court of law, and the witness will remain calm. Yeah, okay. Oh, silly me. Did I, lose it? I guess I did. Okay. It's scary. Oh, yeah, she's getting scary down around. Okay. Miss May, let me ask. Tell me, how did you know the weapon was a clock? Oh dear. Does the defense have an opinion on this behavior? Okay, this is it. Yes, Your Honor. Allow me to explain how I see the truth of the matter. Miss April May, you knew the weapon was a clock because you had heard about it. The witness had never held a clock in her hand. However, she had heard it was a clock. She heard it? That is correct, Your Honor. There's no other way she could have known the thinker was a clock. And I can show you the proof. Well, this is interesting. Let's see it then. Show me the evidence proving that the witness had heard the murder weapon was a clock. Wiretap. Have a look at this. Ah! Oh! That! I found this in Miss May's room. Got that wiretap on you. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what this is. Miss April May, you were tapping the victim, Miss May's face phone, were you not? Ooh. Your Honor, this is irrelevant. I'm not entirely sure that is objection overruled. It troubles me that our witness was in possession of a wiretap. This is outrageous. Does this defense truly claim that the witness was tapping her phone? Absolutely. Even if that was the case, which is not, you still have no proof of one thing. You still have to prove one thing. Did the victim ever say that the weapon was a clock on the phone? Can you prove that? I think not. Oh yeah, I think I can. It's simple. What? Here's my proof. The proof that the victim said on the phone that the weapon was a clock. Let me make sure I got it. Alright, I got it. I'm presenting the phone. The phone! I present the defense cell phone. Yes, we've seen that. Listen once more to the conversation between the defense and the victim. Mia, what's up? I haven't called you in a while. Well, actually, there's something I wanted you to hold on for me. Again? What is it this time? It's a clock. It's made to look like the statue, the thinker, and it tells you the time. Miss April May, you used a wiretap to listen to this conversation. That's how you knew the thinker was a clock. Am I wrong? Your Honor, this is ridiculous. Your Honor, look at the witness's face. Does she seem amused to you? The defense demands an answer. Witness, answer the question. Did you tap her phone? Miss May, shut up, all of you. What gives you the right to talk to me like that? You lawyer? It's no fair. All of you can gain up on me like that. Oh, so I'm the bad girl. Is that right? Is that right? Why are you crying like a bitch? That did it. The court seen the real Miss April May now. Now they deal the final blow. Why the wiretap? Why did you tap her phone? Answer the question. Do I have to? Isn't this a murder trial? Isn't Tippy Tappy irrelevant? Ugh, she's saying exactly what Ezra wants to say. Miss May, you were tapping the victim's phone. I hardly call that irrelevant. Yeah, why'd you wiretap the phone? While this court does not condone the defense's tone of voice, he has a point. Well, Miss May, do you have an explanation for the court? Can you prove you had nothing to do with this murder, even though you tapped her phone? Ha! I like to see her pull that off. Mr. Lawyer, I saw that evil grin. You were probably thinking I'd like to see her pull that off, weren't you? Damn, she's good. Well, you're not the first man who thought that, and of course I can and I will. You can't be serious. No way. Way, I say, way. Oh, and I assure you, I'm serious, Mr. Lawyer. Okay, so the killing happened around 9 at night. Why? That's just when I had to get room service from that sweet bellboy. Room service? Iced coffee, I believe it was. Iced coffee, you know, like normal coffee, but cold. And you couldn't drink it quick. The ice melts and then you have regular cold coffee. Iced coffee? I think I'm making this up. Ask the bellboy. Ergo, the witness was not on the scene at the time of the murder. Okay, so where does that leave us? It is my great displeasure to inform you that the witness appears to have been tapping the victim's telephone. However, that is a separate crime with no bearing on the current case whatsoever. Her testimony stands. She saw the defendant Maya May commit murder. No, they're just gonna let her walk away. There's no way I can win unless I tie Miss May to the murder somehow. Well, does the defendant has anything to say? Well, come on, think of something. The defense would like to call the hotel bellboy as a witness. There's something suspicious here, and I'm going to get to the bottom of it. I think you've sunk in quite low enough already. I object to calling the bellboy. Why? What's your reason? Because I hold that wiretap had nothing to do with the killing. However, if you agree to one condition, I'll consent to calling this witness. Condition? If April May's alibi is not called into question after you examine the bellboy, then you will recognize that Miss April May was not the killer, thus she is innocent. And thereby you must also accept the verdict of guilty for Miss Maya Fey. That is my condition. What? I'd better find something suspicious in that bellboy's testimony. Otherwise, Maya will be declared guilty on the spot. What should I do? Ooh, Edgeworthy, you're a punk motherfucker. But okay. I'll accept those terms. Alright, I've got nothing to lose, except for, well, everything. Understood, I accept your condition. Fool. You fell right into my trap. Wait. Very well. The court calls the hotel bellboy to the stand. Shit. I believe you were ready for the witness to testify. He certainly does look like a bellboy. Nigga still bringing the freaking hors d'oeuvres and shit? Yes, sir. I received your summons in the middle of work, sir. I'm happy to be of service. That tea set looks rather heavy, so without further ado, the witness may begin his testimony. Very good, sir. Please, for the love of God, find these contradictions somewhere. Lord Jesus, let's go. I am the head bellboy at the fine Gatewater Hotel in business for 4 generations. I believe I received a call after 8 in the evening for our guest, Miss May. She asked for iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 on the dot, sir. I brought it to her at precisely the request time, of course. I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May, herself. I see. The defense may begin this cross-examination. Right! I'm ready! I hope. This is it. If I can't prove Miss May was involved in the murder now, Maya will be finished. Okay. Okay, he's the head bellboy, so there's no real reason to press him on that. I believe they received a call after 8 and they're eating for our guest, Miss May. She asked for iced coffee to be brought at her 9 o'clock on the dot, sir. 9 o'clock on the dot, you say? Yes, I confirmed that the details several times. She was watching a program on the television and wished to drink after she finished, sir. 9 o'clock, the time of the murder. I brought it to her precisely requested time, of course. And I delivered the clock. Wait, hold on. To herself? Wait. You are sure it was Miss April May herself? Absolutely, sir. Absolutely. Yes, sir. As in, so very absolutely, sir, is an endearing manner of mine. How come you were so very certain? Well, when I brought the room service, sir, the guests, sir, favored me with an embrasure, sir. An embrasure? Is that French for embrace? It's French for kiss, sir. But not a French kiss, sir. More of a peck on the cheek. Why would she have done that? I believe perhaps she was momentarily swayed by my prim demeanor, sir. It was a moment I shall never ever forget, sir. Sounds pretty fishy to me. I think our Miss May was up to something and wanted the bellboy to remember her. There's no good. There's nothing there. Is that it? Tisk tisk. Finally, you understand. This bellboy had absolutely no reason to lie. Now, if you have any decency, you will end this rather tedious cross-examination here. It was a bit tedious. The witness may leave the stand. I can't let this happen, can I? Wait! Please wait! Yes, does this defense have something to add? One last question. Let me ask one last question. Your Honor, I must object. This charade of justice has gone on long enough. Now, Mr. Edgeworth. Alright, Mr. Wright. I'll give you one more question, that's all. Okay. This is really it now. This is my last chance. What do I ask him about? Check-in? Tell me about check-in. Tell me about when you checked Miss May. Oh, alright. Very well, sir. My first thought was that she was a very beautiful person. She's just my type of girl, and so it was a disappointment, really. I see. Excuse me? What exactly was a disappointment? Well, I'm not without charm, sir, but even I had a little chance with her lover there. What did he say? What did you say? Rather, quite. Bellboy, tell us the truth now. Did Miss May check in with another person? Let's go! I object. That was objectionable. Objection overruled. The witness will answer the question. Yes, I see. Why did you not mention this in your testimony? Well, sir, you didn't ask. Nice try. That's sort of the thing you normally supposed to mention. Yes, quite indeed. It was the good Bastard there, Mr. Edgeworth, who he asked me not to mention it if it wasn't specifically asked, sir. Edgeworth told him not to say. You motherfucker! Okay then, you're about to get. Ooh, all right. You fool! I've done it. I've won. I'm getting hungry. Miss April May checked in with a twin room with a man, correct? Yes, sir. Then, when you brought them room service, you didn't see that man in the room? That's right, sir. Your Honor, we have just learned of another person involved who may have been the murderer. In light of this new fact, I'll hold that it's impossible to judge the defendant. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Edgeworth? And who, Mr. Wright, who's this other person? Simple. It was the man with Miss May. The man who checked in with Miss May. Ugh! Your Honor, as May previously revealed, Miss May was tapping the victim's phone. Yet Miss May herself was an alibi at the time of the murder. However, that does not clear the man that was with her. The bellboy saw no one else in the room at the time of the murder. My, what a coincidence little setup, but it's too late. Too late? I suppose you'd like it if it was too late, wouldn't you? After all, it was you who hid the presence of the other man from this court. Upstart amateur. These accusations are ludicrous. Enough. The court acknowledges the defense argument. I expect the prosecution and defense to look into this matter fully. Am I understood? Yes. Yes, Your Honor. That is all today for the trial of Maya Fey. Court is adjourned. Yes, let's go. I was like, okay, the bellboy has to have something. Cause I'm like, oh, checking. Cause if he's a bellboy that has to help people check in, he at least have something to have some knowledge of someone else showing up. Mr. Wright, you were amazing in there. Really? I think I might be your newest fan. Oh, I was just doing my job, you know. Then again, that other attorney was pretty cool too. Huh? That face of his, with his eyes wide and trembling lips. It sent shivers up my spine. If you say so. So, what happens to me? Do I get to go home now? Well, no, I don't think so. Not yet. Oh, I see. But I got a great lead in today's trial. A lead? That man with Miss May. He's the key. Oh, I get it. What happens to Miss May after that anyway? I heard they arrested her. I guess she's learning her charms won't work everywhere. She's probably at the detention center now. I may have to go down there later. Anyway, this case is far from closed. Yes, sir. I'm gonna find out more about this man. Do you think he's the one who... Maybe so. Sis, don't worry. I'll find him by tomorrow. I promise. I'm counting on you. I asked for a full record of April May's testimony. I thought it might come in handy during the trial tomorrow. But now that I have it, I'm not so sure. Most of her testimony was all lies. In fact, there's only one part that hasn't been stricken from the record. The victim dodged an attack and ran to the right, but she was caught and struck. I don't know much good will this do me at all now. Anyway, time to hit the pavement and do some investigating. Maya doesn't belong in detention today, and it's up to me to set her free. Let's fucking go. And with that, I'm gonna have to end this video here. I'm happy. I'm like, my mind is like, okay, I gotta piece this together. Oh my god, this game is good. I love this game. Oh my god, it's so fucking awesome. I'm gonna save this here. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Now, I'm gonna end this video here. Thank you all so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and comment down below. Let me know what you think of this video. It's gonna try not to make it all long formish, but because that is a story-based game and more like a lot of dialogue and stuff, it's gonna have to be more long form. So hopefully you guys enjoy the context, enjoy me reading, enjoy all the stuff that's actually presented itself. And I'm about to go lay down and go to sleep, and my throat is killing me right now. So thanks again, and as always, I hope to see you all in the next video.